Hey everybody, O'Grady here. Yeah, I'm taking you along on my Medicare journey, my journey to signing up for Medicare. Because yesterday I was 25, today apparently I'm eligible to sign up for Medicare. And I've got to learn this stuff, so I'm sharing it with you. Today we're diving into Special Enrollment Periods, or SEPs. Not to be confused with SEP IRAs for self-employed people. These are Special Enrollment Periods, windows that let you sign up for or change your Medicare coverage outside the usual enrollment times. Understanding SEPs can help you avoid gaps in coverage and, here's the key, costly penalties. So, let's take a look. What is a special enrollment period? Well, it's a time outside the regular enrollment window when you can sign up for Medicare Part A, Part B, Medicare Advantage, also known as Part C, or Part D plans, the drug plans. And it's usually triggered by specific life events. Here are some common situations that qualify you for a SEP. If you're still working at age 65 or beyond with employer coverage. If you or your spouse are working and covered by a group health plan through a large employer, in this case large means 20 employees or more, and then you're still doing that on your 65th birthday, you can delay Medicare Part A or Part B without penalty. Your employment or employer coverage ends when you get an 8-month SEP or SEP to sign up. If you lose your employer or union coverage, well, after your job-based or union health coverage ends, you have a 63-day SEP to enroll in Medicare Advantage or Part D plans. Moving. If you move outside your current plan service area, you may get a SEP to change plans. Entering or leaving a nursing home. This can trigger a special enrollment period to switch plans. Or how about financial assistance changes? If you gain or lose extra help, remember that plan called extra help, Medicaid or Medicare Savings Program eligibility, you may qualify for a special enrollment period. If your plan changes or your plan has changes, if your plan stops servicing your area or is terminated by Medicare, you get a SEP. Exceptional circumstances. It started a couple of years ago. New SEPs allowing people affected by disasters, loss of Medicaid, or release from incarceration. It allowed them to enroll within 2 months of those events. Here's some important notes about SEPs, COBRA, and retiree health plans. Well, these are not considered current employment coverage, so losing them does not trigger a SEP. End-stage renal disease. There are some special rules that apply there, and some SEPs may not be available. Trial period for Medicare Advantage. If you joined a Medicare Advantage plan when first eligible, you have up to 12 months to try it out and switch back to original Medicare during a SEP. How long do you have to use a SEP? Well, most of them last 63 days, about 2 months. And that's from the triggering event like losing coverage or moving. The 8-month SEP after losing employer coverage, well, that one's a bit longer. Here's why SEPs matter. Well, you want to use your SEP on time because it helps you avoid gaps in coverage, that can be critical, late enrollment penalties, that can be costly, penalties for Part B and Part D, or unexpected out-of-pocket costs. Here's an example. Suppose you're working at age 65 with employer health insurance and you decide to delay Medicare Part B. Well, when you retire and lose your coverage, you have 8 months to sign up without penalty. But if you wait too long, you'll pay higher premiums for how long? Yeah, the rest of your life. Knowing about your SEP keeps you covered and saves you money. So here's what you should do. Keep track of your coverage and employment status. When a qualifying event happens, mark your calendar for your SEP deadline and get on it. You can use this resource that we talked about in prior videos, Medicare.gov, their plan finder. Or go old school and just call your state health insurance assistance program for help. All right, coming up in our next episode, we'll talk about the Medicare Open Enrollment Period. the annual chance to review and change your coverage. Remember, special enrollment periods are your safety net to keep coverage when life changes. And we know life is all about change. So stay informed, act on time, and you'll be in great shape. And hey, if you found this helpful, keep me in great shape by subscribing. In the meantime, I'll see you in the next episode.